Guys, it is axle day, finally. We have an oven that we picked up for free. All we really need it to function is to heat the cast iron, the nodular iron of these axles so we can weld to them. Little post heat treatment. We've got ballistic fabrication axle parts in. Sick. These are the hardened plates for the shave kits. You see the differential covers made just for the shave kits. We have all the suspension joints here. We got steering stuff. We have suspension stuff. Here we've got trusses for the Super Duty 60 and the Sterling. And then in here we've got ring and pinions and some other miscellaneous brackets. Check this out. The ring gears have been turned down for the shave kits. Yukon gear's good stuff. They've also included drawings on how to put everything together. So shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Complete list of what's included in the order and instructions for the shave kits. That's why we've got this oven over here. We've got to cut this thing up. But we want to bake the axles for proper pre and post heat treatment. This is a nice score for free off of Marketplace. Kind of dirty, but it's going to get the axle job done. Heck yeah. Check out these sick ass skulls they provided. Ooh. It's a nice little keychain one right there. Don't need these. Guys, it is axle day, finally. We have the Dana 60 here and the Sterling 10.5 behind me. We have an oven that we picked up for free from Marketplace, and people throw these electric ovens away all the time. All we really need it to function is to heat the cast iron, the nodular iron of these axles so we can weld to them. Little post heat treatment. And so what we've done here is completely stripped both axles. We have the shave kits. We are installing from ballistic fab on the bottom of both axles. That's giving us 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches extra clearance. Yes, it's a lot of work, but that extra 1.5 inches is going to make a world of difference. That's going to give me the tire clearance of 46-inch tires on the 43s we're going to be running. So that's really awesome. And so what we've done here is taken off the door. We've mocked up the axles. I figure putting the oven on wheels and making the oven mobile as opposed to the axle is going to be much better. We're going to make this thing look like the Joker. We need to cut slits in the side. We will reuse these parts, hopefully, and there's enough clearance. You can see multiple lines. These lines are for the Sterling axle, and the bigger line down here to make it wider, that's going to be to accommodate the Dana 60. On the other side, it's the same thing. Same line, same clearance, everything's great. So not too hard. Then the door we're going to be putting back on here is going to help assist keep this thing structurally sound, so to speak. Since we're only cutting to about here, there's still going to be a little bit of support here, and it's not going to cut, I don't think so. Yeah, it shouldn't cut all the way past the back wall. That's the whole idea. And we want to be able to close the door, which is just going to barely happen with the whole axle inside, and I think we're going to do it. So from here, we're going to start cutting. But before I show you what we're cutting, I want to show you how I'm supporting this axle here. Check this out. I just cut a piece of tube, got a little 3/16 plate bent to a 90. That's some leftover scrap, clamped to the heavy duty jack stand we have here. These are old military jack stands that'll hold up just fine. Yes, the axle is a wee bit tilted, but hey, you know, not going to complain too much. Also, you can see here the amount of shaving we've had to do. Look at that. I'll get you a closer look later, but all the seals, all the races, all the metal shavings so far have been cleaned out. and ready to be worked on. Guys, there is fiberglass inside of these ovens, and cutting that and breathing that, not a good idea. So make sure you use yourself a respirator like this. This is a GVS, or Miller is rebranding this. But yeah, it's a P100 filter, and it works great. Very low profile, works well under the welding mask. I did manage to fish that piece out in about 30 seconds. But yeah, we could just kind of use our fingers and pack the material down into the bottom. Now we just need to make sure we can cut a straight line all the way through. Sick. All right. Well, we've got what we've dubbed the death oven. I don't know, it just sounds metal, heavy metal. But yeah, the axle nestles inside there without touching the heating element. So we know that the Dana 60 works. Now we just have to check with the Sterling axle. All right, let's make sure that the Sterling axle works now. Oh yeah. So now it's just a matter of somehow reusing these. They're sharp. Hey! And just kind of covering these back up. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I have this material. It's really thin, but it's a C-channel. And just kind of fits over almost perfect. I mean, there's a little slop in there, but it's not bad. All right, we have our finished death oven. Cut 2 more pieces and filled in the back. So this is all that's open for now. And then we have our rocks in here to help hold some of that heat. Might throw a few more in there. Took the broiler out because that was not necessary. It's kind of in the way, actually. In order to cover up these when the axles are in, I'm thinking this. Looks like it works pretty decent to me. Now we got our hole in the back for the axle tube. So I think we are ready to rock and roll and get these axles welded.